Today, we're going to be looking at conflict and negotiations in business, and we're going to be talking about a story I found online and what the conflict is and any suggestions for resolving the conflict I have. So, the conflict I found is that US and China trade tensions are going on. A recent article from Reuters highlights that escalating tensions between USA and China regarding trade tensions. Trump claimed that talks were underway to reduce the tariffs with China, but the Chinese officials said there aren't negotiations, that they really want mutual respect and equality in any discussions. So, some how we connect this to back to our chapter of negotiations and conflict. I think it highlights some miscommunications going on between U.S. and China. Both are not communicating fully, and they're going to be hearing about um, claims through third-party sources, like through media and stuff. So it's not always going to be directly from either presidents of each country. It sometimes would be through unrelated sources or through random passing by comments that get blown up on Twitter or other platforms. So they really need to be having direct communication between one another, and also understand they're wanting to resolve the problem and not just deal with issues interpersonally between each country and each other. And also, there's power dynamics. U.S. is using these tariffs to leverage as a negotiation tool, and it illustrates how they're probably trying to use the power to influence outcomes. So it'd be they're trying to use their power to change how China reacts, which isn't always the best when trying to get a fair deal. And then some negotiation strategies is that China is insistent on gaining mutual respect and aligning with the approaches they want to negotiate with. They want to be seen as a respectful country and not like used or being abused by United States and their tactics to try to negotiate by leveraging the tariffs. Some solutions maybe could be establish clear communication channels. They should both have either designated time to sit down or other type of discussion to exchange ideas and minimize the misunderstandings and to really build trust. And then maybe another one would be understanding the mutual benefits. Like both are wanting economic stability in their country, and they really just want to have thriving countries as a whole, and they want to be able to engage in trade between each country. And how they might do this would be good to understand that both of them want these. Um, and then, so that's just basically the story that I found. I think that it shows that you need to really understand who you're dealing with and have clear communication with it, and not try to use power or position to try to leverage the results in your way. And I'll give a link to the story in my post.